A warm welcome, Stella Lau, Managing Director, University and Colleges of SEGi University and College, Malaysia. It was really our pleasure, ma'am, to have you in this education summit uh, in Malaysia. So, ma'am, in these 2 days of event, 2nd and 3rd of October, you have visited, and there are lots of more than 300 plus delegates were there from different education sector. So, ma'am, can you share your overall experience of 27th Elets World Education Summit, ma'am?
Well, I thank the organizers. I think they have put in a lot of work and a lot of thought about inviting some speakers and who the mix of speakers are. And I think overall, because of the different viewpoints and the different people, we have policymakers, we have people from private higher education, public higher education, we are able to compare and to share more ideas as we network, as we spoke on the platform. I think all that was very valuable.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, nowadays, in education sector, we are facing many challenges. So, in your opinion, ma'am, what are the pressing challenges nowadays in higher education, ma'am?
The challenges, well, if we look at it from the management point of view, the challenges would be to deliver something that would resonate with the students, that would make them even more relevant than ever before. In the past, perhaps higher education is seen as a privilege. But now, more and more people realize the value of higher education, and they do want to pursue, and they see it as a vehicle to pursue their dreams. The question now is, can we connect that dreams of the future as quickly as we can without them spending too much time learning things that are very applicable for their future? And so we want to bring the future to the present. And that's the challenge for most higher education institutions.
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am. You have mentioned a good point in the challenges of higher education, and we have to overcome that challenges. So, ma'am, we know that nowadays technologies is one of the most important part of education, right? So, what technologies you are implemented in your education, in your university, ma'am?
Thank you for the question. And I think for most institutions, we have already embarked on a journey of digitalization, of making everything in a very seamless way, leveraging on all the technologies that we have. In SEGi University, we have made use of all the technologies that are applicable, including launching, I think, perhaps the first university in Malaysia to launch a meta campus, which is our university in the metaverse. We have gone online in a big way, even a few years ago before the pandemic. And so we have just intensified all efforts. We have even done blended learning. Everything is available on the fingertips, at the click of a button. And I think accessibility, able to access content from anywhere in the world, that's the key to the future. And we have done that quite successfully in SEGi University and colleges.
It's good to know, ma'am, the implementation of technologies in the SEGi University. Yeah, ma'am, after the pandemic, all the universities have gone many technological steps. Before that, they are facing some problems, or they are not initiate that type of technologies in their education domain as like we are doing nowadays. So, ma'am, we this summit is likely, ma'am, covered a wide range of topic related to different education sectors. Could you highlight any specific trend or innovation that you found particularly promoting for the future of higher education?
I think what is still needed is for the universities to have a complete system. Right now, perhaps a lot of universities, what we're doing is that we're doing multiple systems, and then we find a way of integrating everything. So sometimes it could be on the point of view from the administrators, right? This is how we want to run the whole student journey. But for the students, they would want to see something from their point of view. They want to see, so have my lecturers mark the paper? When can I expect a feedback? When can I expect an interim results? And they're not able to view that because all that interface is only viewed by us. So I think Yes, we have done a lot. We have done a lot in technology advancements, but we also now need to think from the point of the students and how do we make their learning even more informed? How do we integrate research into learning and so that everything is applicable, available, accessible to them at any time?
Right, ma'am. It's a good point you have mentioned over there, ma'am. So, ma'am, like nowadays we are also seeing that international collaboration of different universities in different uh, countries. So, what you are thinking, ma'am? How it is important to the education nowadays to collaboration with different university in international?
Oh, it's definitely very important. I think when we do international networks, international collaboration, we get to do so many things. We can get to do joint research, and I think that's already happening now. We get to do joint teaching, which is not that much of happening now, but we could do a lot more. And definitely, what is really important is joint conferences like the one that you're doing, bringing everybody together. Joint conferences, joint teaching, joint research, having mobility of students and staff across different institutions, across different countries, that would enrich the student's life, the staff's experience, and I think that would only be advancing the whole agenda of higher education.
Right, ma'am. So you have mentioned all the points on this, ma'am. And ma'am, like as we are today is the last day. So, ma'am, what is the takeaway for you, ma'am, from this education summit?
Oh, well, uh, the last day doesn't mean the end of collaboration or
Yeah.
sharing of ideas. And I think the connections that we have made and reconnected with, I think those would be the spur for even more ideas as we move along. And I'm glad that technology has played a role in pulling people together because a lot of people are still very curious about what more can we do. And I think if that is the outcome of the World Education Summit, and I think then it will be very successful.
That's great, ma'am. Nice to have you, ma'am. Thank you so much
Thank you.
to join our education summit.
Thank you.